welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I haven't vlogged in ages, it's been a while because basically working full time and just so much going on, I just haven't been able to have the energy, and it's kind of sad because I'm super passionate and really enjoy it, but I'm gonna start trying to be consistent again and share my adventures, share my trail running adventures, because I have some really exciting trips coming up. So this is actually my dream destination. I'm gonna be in the Dolomites running with Run Weekends. So I am super excited. I've just got to the hotel. I got a hotel on site at the airport because my flight is at like 6:30 a.m. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get a good night's sleep and not be too tired for tomorrow. I'm so excited to share all the amazing views and also to just do something creative that I feel passionate about, because I've just been working so much and running, of course. The hotel is really nice. I came in and there was like a massive foyer and apples and drinks, and yeah, so that's a nice kind of start to the holiday. So this is the bag I'm taking for the trails. We're going to be going hut to hut, so we're going to have to carry all of our stuff with us. This is a 20-litre bag. I didn't want to go any bigger because I didn't want to have too much to carry. We're gonna get a Flix bus to San Candido. I'm gonna go find the bus stop now.
I got my head in the clouds so high, feet on the ground, but I still get by. The rules were made for someone else.
So got here, the journey was smooth. It was a direct coach to San Candido and I'm so excited. I'm gonna go for a walk around the town now and I just can't wait. The views are incredible here. So once we arrived in San Candido, before the adventure really began, we spent some time wandering around. It's such a charming alpine town and it was a lot calmer than Cortina. There were mountain views in every direction and it was just so beautiful.
Sky is a limit, no chance to hold.
We stayed in the Atto apartments in town and they were really well located. We were right in the heart of everything and they had a lovely view. So this was our base just before we started our hut to hut adventure.
Every doubt just feeds a flame. Every scar reminds me why I came. I've been broke, I've been blessed, carry faith in an empty.
So the next morning it was time to hit the trails. So this was the biggest day of elevation. There was around 1,400 or potentially more. So there was a lot and it was a challenge. As the climb started to increase, it was revealing even more incredible views of the Dolomites, and after a few hours we stopped off at the mountain hut and just caught our breath, enjoyed the views and had a tea. But every step was so worth it, and just everywhere you looked, more incredible views would just pop up around. And we eventually arrived at our Refugio mountain hut at Tre Cime, and it was absolutely stunning views all around. It was very busy actually during the day. There were a lot of tourists, but they all kind of went home in the evening. So the tallest peak is the middle one and it sits at around 2,999 meters. And it was the first descent was in 1869. And of course I had to get another green tea because who doesn't love green tea? The day wasn't over yet. We headed up to a viewpoint where you could also see and go into like some old World War I caves. This area has so much history and there was a lot going on here during the war, so it was really cool to see that in real life as well. So we wake up nice and early at around 6 a.m. and we were off by about 7:30ish, and we were just treated to some more beautiful mountain views. It was a really nice runnable section to the next kind of refugio coffee stop, which was really nice to be able to just run with these views all around us. This mountain hut had incredible views from the restaurant, and of course we got another tea, coffee, and had a little rest and refueled.
Fall into the ocean.
So after a long descent, we ended up in this beautiful alpine area with a flowing river, and sitting there listening to the water was so relaxing and soothing.
Do you hear that? My sanity about to break while everyone I know's out.
It was quite a climb up to the next refugio, so it was very steep, and at times we were kind of climbing and scrambling up the mountain. We had to use some ropes and go along some kind of narrow paths, and it was really fun. It was actually one of my favorite days. And this was the room of our second refugio. I forgot to film the others, but this one had my favorite view from the window. You just looked out the window and you could see the Dolomites. So this hut was probably the hardest to get to, so it was quite quiet. There were a lot of climbers and people who were doing via ferratas, which was really cool to see, and I'd love to try one day. But I'd definitely say this was the most remote / hardest refugio to get to.
Disturb, I got my straw hat, babe, and you can finally pull the tags on your Tommy Bahama shirt. Blue crush up on the 85-inch sound machine when we wanna hear the ocean. I think everything we need is right here, and there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be
And up again nice and early. It was a nice descent. Well, actually it wasn't the easiest descent, but it was a descent.
naked, life's too short. Let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it.
So on our way to our last refugio, we did have a bit of rain, so our aim was to get there before it started downpouring, which we did manage. And when the rain stopped, we went and saw the beautiful, famous Lake Sorapis, and it was just so clear. The water is this color because the water comes from a glacier.
Blue eyes, if we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked, life's too short.
And we got to see the most beautiful sunset and the light reflecting off the mountains before bed.
Paradise is wherever we make it. AC to 79. Paradise is wherever we make it.
And our final morning in the refugio was actually the best breakfast. They had the most choice, and we ran down to Cortina, got the bus back to San Candido, and then just relaxed in the spa for our final night in the Dolomites.